Hey, good afternoon, Appliance Bootcamp. This is Mike Sneed coming to you this afternoon. This is the first video I'm doing from our uh, new YouTube studio. I'm actually doing it so I can actually get some of the audio and is in here. And I think we're gonna have a light and down pack. But I want to kind of test out the audio and just tell y'all the new changes that we're gonna have onto the actual Appliance Bootcamp social media, far as YouTube and stuff like that. The different changes we're gonna put in here to make it a better experience for everyone. And like I said, I want to come to you all and make improvements and make it better, so we give y'all better content, give y'all better advice, give y'all better support for people who's out there actually doing the work. Like we might be buffering or something. Let's see. Like it's a slight delay. All right, now like it's okay. I'll give it a couple of minutes, give people time to get in, and then I'll tell you what we're gonna have as far as our improvements going on. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to come tell you about the new improvements we're going to have going on with Appliance Bootcamp social media. Right now, I've completed the YouTube studio. I'm just waiting right now for actual furniture to come in. I got everything in here built out. The furniture should be in this week. Once I get the furniture in, I'll come back and do a show and just show y'all how I have everything set up. Um, and once we get the furniture in here, we're going to start on a new format. And what we're going to do, we're going to start doing some guest interviews with different companies, different service people. I have several people that I want to actually interview. They have a well have well internet and YouTube presence. I want to get them on and do some live interviews. I'm gonna bring some of my old business partners in. I want to bring some of my old employees that used to work with me, but now they actually running their own businesses. I'm gonna start bringing them in. Also, what we're gonna have, we got the capability now. We're going to have live call-in. So we're gonna have a live call-in show. So we're gonna have a day where you can call in. You be able to ask myself questions if you have any questions about the appliance repair field. And if I have a guest in, you'll be able to call and talk to the guest, ask live questions online. So we're gonna have a live call-in show. Also, what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be adding several series into Appliance Bootcamp. We're gonna have more educational on how to fix stuff with Appliance Bootcamp, but I have to also bring in the other part of being right now you're pretty much self-employed. The way I'm teaching the class and the way showing people how to set up their businesses, they're pretty much self-employed. So you have to be the ones that's gonna be responsible for your own retirement. So what I'm going to do too, I'm going to bring in a retirement series where that retirement series, I'm going to have y'all come along with me as I renovate my houses, as I rent them out, as I acquire new houses. I'm going to bring y'all along for that. Show y'all how I actually go out and find these houses, how I purchase them, and how I get ready for rent. So you'll see that part of that series. You see the other passive income stuff that I do to create passive income as I go out into new journeys and I start to help with other businesses. I got several businesses that I'm looking to actually be a partner with or be some type of silent investor in it. I will bring y'all along for that if y'all see that coming on too. Also, we're in the process of looking for a new school building. We're going out now looking for a commercial building to actually move to school. This will be our third move in less than a year. Hopefully this move right here, I know this move right here is going to be one that's going to be a little bit more permanent. It's going to be one that's going to be large enough to accommodate the demand we have for the classes. It's going to be large enough to accommodate what I want to see the classes go to, where I know when you leave here, I'll be, right now, I'm confident that you can go out here when you leave and actually succeed because people are doing it. But I want to make sure that when you leave here, you have a little bit more thorough understanding and a lot more hands-on. So we move to the next building. It's going to be one where everybody then will have enough room and they have the capacity to actually take apart and put together all their appliances. I'm going to force you then to actually get the hands-on that you need, and there'll be one there too where where I can do a lot more of the schematic reading, and it'd be something that can go a little bit more in depth into the appliance stuff. Right now, because We have to kind of share the resources amongst everybody. I have to kind of keep things moving a little faster. Once we get to the new place where everybody have their separate appliance, there I can go a little bit more in depth, and I don't have to be pushing it along as fast. So I'll let y'all come along on that as y'all start to see me go get the new school. Another series I'm going to have is going to be what I call Family and Fun series. That's where you're going to see me with my family and stuff as we go out and, as everybody say, live that abundance life. Because we're going to be working hard and we're going to be going out here creating wealth. We want to also enjoy some of it. So y'all start to see me as I do more of my vacations, as I start to go out and do more stuff with my family at the end of those quarter celebrations. I'm going to start bringing those along. I like to get my wife and stuff on, but she's still not ready to come on to social media. But I would love to bring her on into the social media so we could do a series together. But she doesn't want to get on social media. But I will be doing more of that type of stuff, especially because I got 18 years in marriage and also 18 years into entrepreneurship. So with those combinations, and I've been married to the same lady from the time that I was broke to the time where now I'm not saying that I'm no tycoon and wealthy, but we live a good life to the point where she's been along for the whole ride, and usually that's not as common as it used to be. Because as you start to make those transitions in life from different income brackets and from different wealth status, a lot of times, especially going from an employee to an employer, a lot of times it's hard to bring that spouse along. And what a lot of people do, they end up cutting that spouse off that was there with them at the beginning, and they end up bringing somebody else in on the back end that actually can that they want to be able to uh, operate in that entrepreneur lifestyle. So I'm gonna be bringing it along as how you can keep your spouse and actually y'all can grow together, and you have to actually stick with her to actually make this entrepreneur lifestyle work. So and it's something that you have to work hard at. It's not something that's very you think, okay, if you can stay together when you're broke and poor, when you have abundance of money, you should be able to stay together. No, that's not true. A lot of times, like I say, money is going to be an amplifier. So problems that you had when y'all was broke and poor, that was small problems. Now that you got money and you have the resources to actually update them, then what's going to happen? Then it's going to become big problems because now we got amplified and you can be doing more of it. So I'm gonna bring y'all along on that series too on the family fun. And that's all I just wanted to come in and tell y'all. This is the first one that I'm doing from the actual YouTube studio that we have. I haven't got the furniture in yet. I haven't got all the computers and stuff set up. I'm just waiting for the furniture to come so I can set up all my good computers, all my good cameras. The lighting, I have that now going pretty good. I still don't have all the lighting set up yet because I still want to get all my computers and stuff set up in here and get everything in. And hopefully by the end of next week, everything will be in here. And then from there, I'll come in and I'll give y'all a little tour of the YouTube studio. And like I say, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Oh yeah, I'm getting a lot of questions. People asking me about the upcoming recession. Is a recession coming? I just want to let people know a recession is always coming. It's never. It's just like fall, winter, and spring. There's always going to be a recession coming in business. So and in the economy. There's always going to be a recession coming at some point in time. When it's going to get here, I do not know. But what I'm teaching you all is something that you do while there's recession, while recession is coming. It don't change. It's still the same. That's one thing about this appliance repair business. Recessions doesn't affect us. Matter of fact, recessions make our business get better. I'm going to also start showing you all my actual service area. So I'm going to start doing a video where I actually go out and I show y'all the actual neighborhoods and stuff that I service. And then I'll tell you why I service those areas and why those areas don't get hit by recessions and stuff. So I go more in depth in that. So that way you won't be scared thinking, oh, a recession is coming, the sky's falling, I got to run and start hiding and I got to start doing all this crazy stuff to get ready for recession. Now, the information I'm giving you, it's good during a recession. It's good when the economy is strong. It doesn't matter. It's going to operate the same. And you need to be steady like that and still be on course and know which direction you're going. If you got a plan and you know where you're going in life, it doesn't matter if a recession and all that stuff comes. That's all part of the journey. But you gotta be steadfast and you gotta stay pointed in the direction you need to go. And if you do that, regardless of a recession or what, you won't bother you because you got a plan and it's just part of life. Like I say, right now fall is starting to come. You see the squirrels running around. They know fall is coming. They running around grabbing nuts and stuff like that. They're not going crazy because it's fall. They just know that's part of the cycle of life. They do what they always do. It's time for fall. They grabbing their nuts and stuff and storing them up. They know wintertime is coming after that. Same thing here. If you follow the information that I give you, when what you call is when the times are good, you stacking your money. When times start to slow down, you still stacking your money. Not as much, but you're still stacking your money going. If you buy a property, when times are good, when times are bad, you're gonna buy more property. So it's not nothing to be scared about. Just stick to your plan and stick to your strategy, and you'll be fine. I'm gonna go through the comments that we have, and then I'm gonna actually get out of here. I'm not gonna get out of. I'm gonna get out of YouTube, but I gotta look at more stuff I need to do here in the studio to get ready for the furniture and stuff that's coming. And then I'll talk to you all later this week. Okay, we'll see what we got here. All right, Andre Pierre, I need a spot in the boot camp, bro. Yeah, we're gonna have, like I say, right now we're totally booked for this year. Starting next year, we're gonna have new dates, and we're gonna have enough room to accommodate everybody who's trying to get in. I would love to get the new building up and going at the very beginning of the year. I don't know how feasible that is because right now I'm actually going out looking at. You might see a video coming out the next day or two of a building I'm looking at. I have to go look at the building. So and looking at commercial building is different than looking at a house and residential property. Because what happened, I have to find a building that I think will accommodate what I'm trying to do. And then once I find one that accommodates what I'm trying to do, I got to go contact the city planner or the town manager, whoever's in control of businesses. And I got to give them the address, and then I got to tell them exactly what I'm trying to do. And then they got to come back and let me know if I can do that in that location. So it takes a little bit more time to actually find a commercial spot. And then from what I'm trying to do, they'll tell me if I can put it there. If they give me the okay, then I have to go meet with the actual realtor or the person who's trying to sell it. And then after I meet with them, then I have to evaluate the property. Then after I evaluate the property, I have to make an offer. So it's a little bit more intense. So it's going to take a little longer than actually me going out buying a residential property. But the process that I'm going through, I'm actually liking it. So as I start to go look at property, which I already have, and I got a couple of videos of some of the properties I look at, I'm going to start editing those and putting those out so you can see it. And you can see that process too. JT, you have an echo. Okay, yeah. I think here, just bouncing off the walls, we're gonna put some sound deafening sound, the little sound cones and stuff on the wall to keep the echo down. Okay. All right. Thanks, William Matthew. Looking forward to it. Okay. Simonia looks good, coming along well. Okay. Good evening, Mike and the ABC. All right. Thanks. What's my opinion on becoming a home inspector? I've never done home inspectors. I've never done it. I don't know many people who I don't know nobody personally who've done it. I get a lot of their reports when people selling property and stuff. We get their reports on appliances that's not working on electrical. And I used to do a lot of electrical work, but I'm pretty sure it's always going to be something that's going to be had because when people buy property, they always want a home inspector. So I think it's a good field to be in, and especially now, property is moving so fast, and so much property is going to be changing hands in the next couple of years. It probably will be a really good field. Okay, Kevin Roberts. Yeah, we working on those dates right now. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to see you, Lamar, next weekend. Child of the Most High, Glover. You're right. Your woman has to have an employer investor mindset when you're growing financially, or she will sabotage your success. Yeah, yeah, they will. It's a way you bring them along to actually get them there. Like I said, I struggle with it at the very beginning and still struggle with it sometimes now too, because like I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a free spirit. So when I always think I want to make something work. And women by nature, a lot of times they want to have more stability, and they so not as much as a risk taker as sometimes as us men are. So I still struggle with it from time to time, but I have got some things that I've done that allow me get buy-in from my wife. Mike, I've been applying for many home warranty companies in my area in Virginia, and as soon as I provide all the documents, they go silent on me. Should I look at going cash calls? No, 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 no. Don't go cash calls. Don't go cash calls yet. You haven't what you call. You don't want to be out here in the public um, doing on the job training with the public. You want to find you a home warranty company. What I need to know what home warranty companies you're going after, and what exactly are you putting in your documents that might be causing them to go silent on you. Because right now, home warranty companies should be beating down your door. Right now, with us, we're booked 2 weeks out, and that's pretty much everybody in this area. We're booked 2 weeks out. Now, what area are you in Virginia? In Virginia, like I said, we booked 2 weeks out, and they just trying to find anybody that go out there. So I need to know what home warranty companies you're going after. And I might need to know what you're putting into your documents that might be running them off. Because right now they're just looking for any and everybody that can go out. Lamar Stanton, Veracity. Did you try cross? Yeah, cross country is good. I've done work for them. They're good. Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, cross country. Like I say, it's right now. It's the time. It's a real busy time, and like I said, we 2 weeks out, and we're at the point now where I can't take it anymore. I feel like the ladies from Popeyes chicken right now. We got just so many calls coming in, and people wanting us to do work that I can't take anymore. We're booked 2 weeks out, and just can't take any more work. Okay. All right. Okay, PK, thanks for the great job on the growth and thanks for sharing it with us online. Yeah, no problem. I like to document this stuff, PK. I've done this in the past when I've done businesses and stuff, so everybody can see how our actual businesses look. A lot of times we see just the end process. We think that person just woke up one morning and found some four-leaf clover and got lucky and started a business. So I want y'all to see everything that we got going on and how I actually put it together. And y'all saw how we started in one building, and now we moved over to this building. You see me building the YouTube studio. You see me do everything, and now you see me going out looking for another building. And I think this right here is what, especially for African Americans, this is what we have to be more transparent when we actually do this thing, and let people actually see the some of the mistakes and stuff we make. A lot of times we want to hide that. We all that stuff need to be seen for people who coming behind us and give them inspiration and also give them a roadmap. And you're gonna see me, like I said, we putting a school together. Now this is going to be state of the art training school that we're putting together. And you see, we're putting together from scratch, and we're not borrowing any money. We not. I'm not coming to you all asking you all for donations or anything like that. I'm giving y'all a product, and depending upon where I'm at in the marketplace with my product, that's how I price it. I'm not coming here trying to beat nobody over the head and say you're gonna give me the premium price before I even get it at a premium level. So as I start to grow and give y'all more value, then I actually ask you all to reciprocate that value back to you. And that's the way it's supposed to be in business. As you start to grow and get more value, then you can actually charge accordingly. I could not have came out the gate and asked you all to support me at a high premium level, and I didn't have any results to give you all. So as I give y'all better results, y'all in return, you all pay me. And when you do that, you don't have to ask for no donations. You don't have to ask and plead nobody to actually support you. As you see, we have people who signed up right now who wants to go and come to the classes because we're giving a good product. And like I say, this is how it should be done. And this way, you don't have to be dependent upon the goodwill of the people. I'm actually giving you a product, and if my product wasn't good, then you all would not be supporting me. Like some people always ask me, I don't see you pushing the online as much as you do the live event. And the reason why I haven't gotten enough feedback from the online. As I start to get more feedback from the online, I'll start pushing it a lot more. But I'm not going to tell you all go to the online, and I haven't gotten enough feedback and enough. I haven't gotten enough feedback to go back in and actually tweak it to where I feel like what I've given you all is adequate, where I can actually keep pushing it. So as people go and we're getting good feedback, and they tell us things, we go make those improvements. We'll get to a point where just like the live event, where I feel like is where I can really promote it and push it. Then I'll start really pushing the online. Online is good, but still I haven't gotten enough feedback for me to actually go full speed on actually pushing it. So people goes out there, if y'all would please give us the feedback on what you think of it, and as that way we can make improvements. And as we get those improvements in, then I'll go back and I'll start to do more to it. And that's another thing too. Now that we're here and we got good camera, I got state of the art camera equipment and all that stuff. We're gonna go back and start redoing some of those modules to the point where I really feel good at it. Juan, greetings, Mike. I hope all is well in your way. Let me see here. Man, a lot of people came in. All right, let's see where I'm at. I hope all. I can't wait till the October boot camp. I always learn something new every time. All right, Juan. Yeah, I can't wait to see you too. Okay, there you go. The Juan been helping Verosky Cash. Yeah, he is. He's great, man. He's great. Derek W. Hey, Mike. What are your thoughts on creating an operating agreement for the LLC? It depends. If you got a spouse and you got kids that you're gonna leave this stuff to, you need to have an operating agreement so they know how to handle that. If you were to die, you that way the people who's coming behind you, they'll know they can carry out your wishes, how you want the money divided up, who you want to get ownership of it. So yeah, you need to have those operating agreements, especially. But if you one person that's doing it with you, you definitely got to have an operating agreement. But yeah, you need to have an operating agreement so that you can actually once if you were to die, they'll tell how the company is supposed to either close up or how it's going to get passed down to the next person. So yeah, you definitely need that. And also, what I do too with my operating agreements, that's one of the things that goes about with your spouse. If you're doing it with your spouse, you can put it in your operating agreement. You know, they get a certain percentage of the profit. So that way, if they leaving or if they want to leave or whatever, it doesn't hurt you. It doesn't hurt you that much. You know, they got their profit and they move on. Sometimes it might come back and bite you in your butt a little bit. I think Dame Dash, he does something like that too, where he gives them part owner in the business, his ex-wives or his baby moms or whoever. But sometimes it comes back to bite him in his butt with the child support. But you can have it there where you can give your wife a percentage of the actual company or the profits. That way, she doesn't feel so what's the correct word? She's more she's then she can buy in more to your dream. She doesn't feel like that she's going to actually get dumped off. If she knows, okay, regardless of what happened, I'm gonna get a small percentage. I'll still be able to keep my lifestyle because of the profit. I'm gonna still get money off of this company from the profits, and you actually pay her that. Like my wife and them, they get their money, so you get the business used to actually paying them that money, and I get used to actually paying that money out, where it becomes just normal. So then, if something was to happen with if something happened, my wife and I was to split, it wouldn't be all this bitter divorce. She just split, and she get her percentages and move on, and I get mine and move on, and everything is good. It's not one of these things where you're gonna be out there trying to hurt somebody. Wow, awesome, Mike. Major lighting difference. Thanks, Barry. Yeah. When is the next boot camp date so I can enroll? Right now, we're totally booked for this year. We'll be coming out in the next month or two with the actual boot camp dates for next year. JT, laundromats, good clients for those getting started in appliance repair. I don't think they're good. They're good clients for somebody who's just getting started, don't have any experience. Some of the commercial washers, like the commercial speed queens and stuff like that, unless you're really good at reading schematics and stuff like that, I wouldn't advise you to go there. Some of the big dryers, if you're not good at reading schematics and working with gas, I wouldn't advise you there. But somebody who's skilled, who has a good thorough knowledge of how appliances work, yeah, they always a money maker. Matter of fact, I done the video, which seemed to be one of my most viewed videos about laundromat I went in, and I've gotten a lot of people say, "Oh, that's just a fluke. That's just one time." So I got another one I'm gonna release today. A matter of fact, I was looking at a commercial building and it was a laundromat right down from it. So I just walked in that laundromat and I shot it. And the same thing, you had about 6 or 7 broken appliances in there. So I'm going to release that one later tonight. But yeah, so yeah, like I say, a laundromat, once you get your skills up, that's always a place if you need to make money, you can make money. And that's in every city you go into. Okay, Juan. Hey, now, what's up, Sneak? Hey, how you doing? All right, there you go. Okay, thanks for the recommendation on the Booker T. Washington Up from Slavery. Great motivational read. Just finished. Oh, okay, yeah. That's very good. Matter of fact, I like Booker T. Uh, I like Booker T. Washington. Let me right here, if you can see, right here, this plaque I have here. That's actually a handwritten note from Booker T. Washington. Booker T. Washington, he actually wrote that. That's one of his letters he wrote to one of his donors, and he was telling them about the actual status of the school. So he was giving an update, and he actually signed it. And right here in the middle of it, I got his corn and all that in there. But that's actually one of his letters. I like to buy artifacts like that, and that's one of the things I keep in here because I kind of like their Up from Slavery, how he built Tuskegee. That's kind of how I'm looking at building this appliance boot camp, and that's my motivation. When I come here and I look at that, and that's something that he actually wrote out by hand and he signed it. It gives me motivation. Okay. All right. Appreciate Juan. Okay. Okay. The Space Age 3000, when is the 2020 boot camp registration? That's going to be in about a month. I got my website designers. They actually building our new web page and a new website for Appliance Boot Camp. And I'm not going to open up the registration until we get that web page up. I want to totally start. I want to separate Sneed Electrical and Appliance from Appliance Boot Camp. And to do that, I'm not gonna commingle things anymore. They're gonna be totally separate. And once I get the new web page up, where y'all can go there and register, and that'll have its own separate number and have own separate times where people can call and actually get the help and stuff they need. So once we get that website up, then I'll open up the new dates. Okay. All right. Uh, Tamar CJ, if I register for the online course, can I still attend the boot camp without extra cost? Right now, no, you cannot. They're totally two separate. That's one of the things we're looking at right now, going forward into the next year. As I get the website together, I'm going to be looking into finding a way where we can have it where if you was to go online and pay, where you could then actually have some of that money come towards going to the appliance boot camp. That's one of the things JT and I have sat down and talked about doing it to next year. So that way, if somebody wants to go online and then they feel like they need to come in, and get some hands-on, then they can have a credit where they can come to the online. But right now, the way we got set up is totally two separate, totally two separate things. Okay. All right. Like y'all got some networking going on inside the chat. Like I say, I just want to come to you all, let y'all know where I'm at with this. I hadn't been on live in a while, and I'm just coming out here to let you know we got the new and improved YouTube studio coming in. I wanted to get a kind of a feel of what the sound is like, because we're gonna actually add in some of these things that make it soundproof, and I guess called eggshells or whatever, to bounce the sound off, so you won't get the echoes and stuff, and just kind of get a little look at the lighting. And in the next couple of weeks, we should have all the furniture, we should have all our new cameras and stuff set up, and we'll come back then and give you all a total view of the new lab. Once again, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll talk to you later.